In this episode, I'm going to be designing and creating the next print to be mailed out. Over the summertime, I got a lot of great cityscape views from my balcony and captured some amazing storms. This is going to serve as great inspiration and reference material. Before we jump into that though, I just want to show you updates on last month's print. I was so excited to get September's mail packaged up. I numbered and signed each print and placed it in a protective envelope. I also included a 3-pack of paper, the same that I used to produce the prints. I wanted to add a little touch to the package of paper that I was also including in the mail, so I wrapped a silver paper band around the pack. It was cute, but it felt a little bit incomplete because there was no sort of explanation as to what this actually was. And then I thought that wasn't quite enough, so I went into Photoshop and I decided to create a cover page. I just wanted to print it on the tracing paper that I had just to experiment. And so I came up with the first design, which it was fine, but I wanted to make a few changes to it before I actually sent that out. So I brought it back into Photoshop and I created a second design, both on the front and a little bit on the back. One of the cool little design things I added was a QR code. So if you actually hover over the QR code, it'll bring you to a page on my website that gives you more information about that particular paper. Along with all this, I also included a handwritten note and sent it off into the mail. And now I get to focus on October. Okay, great. Let's get back onto the topic of cityscapes. Where was I? Storms. So not only did I get some cool footage of storms, I also got some wonderful panoramic views. An early morning moon setting. Gorgeous and picturesque sunsets, which is a tongue twister to say. To warm up, I sketched a street post. And as the hot summer night took over, I began painting the new lofts across the street. Yes, the Big Dipper is highly visible from my point of view. There are times when I like to paint without worrying about the distraction of maintaining cameras, so the first step of this painting has no video. However, the following evening, I set the tone with moonlighting. I set up my camera and then partway through realized how difficult it was to see what I was painting. So I turned another light on. While this lit the painting quite well, it really took me out of enjoying the moment. It felt like there was a giant spotlight on me, and the relaxed nature of this setting felt more intense. While this was a great exercise to loosen up, I'm abandoning this painting. Next, I've decided to start working digitally. I'm excited to work with glow-in-the-dark ink, and the night sky is the perfect subject for this. I'm going to restrict my color palette to the inks that I have available. I don't want to be mixing any colors right now. I feel a little bit behind on this project. I'll save some time and just stick to the colors that I have. The building took quite a few hours to create, so I didn't film that, but I thought I would show you all the Photoshop layers I'm working with. These are the two colors I'm working with, along with the reference image that I'm using for the building. For the background, I have a solid blue layer with 4 different sections of transparent gradients layered on top. In the sky, I have a cloud layer, the Big Dipper, and the plane. On the horizon, I added a forest in the background and some landscape elements, including the Black Bridge. A mirrored reflection of the background elements in the water. And then offset in the z-axis is the reflection of the plane overhead, which immediately adds a field of depth. Of course, both those layers have a blur added to them for distortion. A water reflection layer. In the foreground layer are some bushes, the building itself, and individual trees. I had a lot of fun with this design. I can see the potential to expand on this with additional buildings and scenery. If you're interested in following this project, head over to my website, diette.ca, where I post updates on everything I'm currently working on. While you're there, you can join the Mail Club for $15 a month, and I will send you handcrafted silkscreen prints. That's it for this episode. See you next time, and thanks for watching.